I started up a corporation from a conversation. I started up new way of thinking for a generation. I started up straight from the bottom, going straight to the top. Went from the block, got in the building, brought it back to the block. Organizing all of my hustlers, no more running from cops. We just cleaning this trap money, can you like it or not? I started up.
Episode of Union Society, you and I on Society with your host, me, Montana Black. And y'all already know, in the building, we got Hot Rizzy Rise in this joint. Hot Rise, what's up, Hot Rise?
Y'all? I'm doing good.
Know what I'm saying? We also got our new co-host that's going to be on Union Society,
Lashia.
Yeah.
See,
I'm either going to say KY or
Kai or Lashia.
Kai or Lashia.
Yeah.
So because this is how we met. Right.
Yeah, I look like
It's short for Kaisha.
It's shit for Kaisha. She gonna go right to KY. Because you know.
Oh my God.
I wasn't thinking Kentucky.
Q-Face?
I wasn't thinking of Kentucky.
All right, we also got Q Mo Fresh Flow in the building. Y'all already know what it is.
What up?
And Jada Rock.
You already know.
You know what I'm saying? Throw it up.
Stop.
Listen, Rise is going right in.
No, why is it my fault? I just look at that Q's expression.
Nobody's placing any fault. All I'm saying is, like, you saw his face. I said KY. You were immediately off.
Everybody off at the same time. Like, what?
How was your weekend, Rise?
It was good.
It was good?
It was hot, but it was good.
What did you get into this weekend?
Nothing. I stayed indoors. You see them, what is it, those cicadas out there?
The who?
Those
little
cicada
bugs.
Yeah.
I ain't see him.
They're like beetles, right?
No, they look like
right?
like clear lantern flies. I call them. They
Oh, maybe I
What?
did see them.
They got
They
these
was like,
little brown. They leave the little brown skin droplets everywhere, shedding their skin.
They sound like roaches.
Yeah, they fly.
they was flying roaches.
That's
They're-
nasty.
They're like half beetle, half roach.
Look like huge hornets. Look like they're all black body, red eyes. Those ones on my house. I'm like, whoa, what's that outside my window? And I'm like, we staying indoors today. And they said it's supposed to be so bad this year. They said 1.5 million of those bugs per acre are going to be coming out of the ground after 17 years of being dormant in the ground.
17 years.
Yeah.
So they was here 17 years ago.
This is
their
like a
parents-
plague.
Their parents,
It's a
what they
plague
do
on
is
America.
they eat, they find a mate, and then they die.
They sound like what we do.
Just we a little bit longer. It's not for like a short 2-month season. It's just like,
How was your weekend, Lachey?
Man, it was very restful. I forgot. I thought that that week flew right on by.
It did.
Right? Because
It did.
I was just performing.
At Marsha T's
The
event.
outdoor event, and that week went by so fast. But this weekend was very restful.
Good.
Very
Good.
restful.
Q.
Just watching basketball this weekend, man.
We got to talk about this 80-bar challenge, though.
yeah.
All right, that's so much for the basketball.
Yeah, we got to talk about this like,
Emotion.
the 80-bar, like, them bars. First of all, let's talk about that paradigm bar.
Okay.
What you said, hold on, what was the line?
I said I'll make a paradigm shift.
They
compare the box.
And I make a paradigm shift. Jock, did you catch the line? I make a paradigm shift, then compare the box.
Yo, me and my son listened to it about 4 times.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I shared it.
Thank you.
When he dropped it. That's Q.
Yeah, that line was so sick.
Man, the whole.
But then the
joint.
line after that was appreciate the luxury. You can stare and watch.
Luxury watch, like. Did I catch that?
True,
Yes,
but
you
the
can
other thing
stare
that a lot of
and
people don't understand is like a watch is one of those pieces of jewelry that
conversation.
actually appreciates and
It does.
value over time.
We was just talking
So
about
when
that
you value
because
your time, it
when-
appreciates. So that's
Ooh.
like when you bust down a rollie, you actually take the value out of it.
right.
You had to face it.
You know what I'm saying? That's like putting graffiti on a Porsche.
It's called the face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was, but that line was, both of them lines was crazy. Like,
Thank you.
The whole 80 bars was crazy.
appreciate
Honestly,
that. That's what's
honestly, like I've listened to a lot of the Redman 80 bar challenges, and after sitting down and like listening lyrically to that joint, but you've always, you know what I'm saying, with your bars just
Hey
been
man, salute.
retarded.
Thank
If that's
you.
if that's I know that's not
Oh,
politically
yeah.
correct.
That's not a politically correct thing
But
to say.
I'm not like saying a retard is retarded.
Right.
I'm just saying
Hey, it's
like
only
Q
one
with
word, right?
retarded with
I,
the
no, I understand.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I appreciate
It
it.
You
is
stick
a
with it,
word
yeah.
within the English language.
yeah, that's all.
But I
It
love
is.
how Q
It
is
is.
so
It has
humble
a
with it.
definition.
Like,
is.
He's so humble. Like I'm just seeing it. But I just met him, but it's like he's so
all
humble.
good.
He's so
Thank
humble.
you.
That's Q for you though. But he know that John was ridiculous.
Thanks.
Call them big words. and
Ja,
then
how
be
was
like,
your weekend, brother? You was in Connecticut, right?
Yeah, busy, bro, busy.
As usual.
Yeah, 3 different states, man, in 2 days. No
Wow.
rest.
Were they all
But,
in the north, all the area up there?
Yeah, Connecticut, New York, then back down here.
Oh, wow.
But you know, getting that work in, man. Like, you know, he got the launch coming, so
So how
You know.
how
Southside Bibby.
yeah, how far into the project? I mean, is it like almost complete? Like what's going like
well, yeah, he releasing Southside Chronicles,
Okay.
which is the mixtape that, you know, of course,
Mm-hmm.
is the prelude to that.
now not to get
activity
too
of that.
I don't want you to go too far into the launch aspect of it, but how are you guys going about the pre-hype to make people want to be interested into, because this is going to be his introduction, right?
Right now he's doing like different features, and for like the last year he's been doing different performances. He did Chicago, Denver, Houston. He's about to go back down, Atlanta, and do the project with my nephew, who's a major producer down there now. So he's 3 weeks away from finishing all of that, and then once that happens, it's going to be a 2 video
Nice.
shot. Of course, Union Society is going to be on deck.
Oh, for
before
sure,
we
for
get-
sure.
represent, and then he launching. You feel me? We're going to have that for the summer, and that's Fresh Flow 2.0.
Fresh Flow 2.0, y'all already know.
Next generation.
And just to keep in the whole essence of what's going on right now, I also, want to bring to our viewers' attention that the Mutual remix is dropping on June the 4th. Mutual is out right now already. We're coming up on about 70,000 plays on Spotify within the last 2 months of
Nice.
dropping this record.
That's
We're
what's
looking
up.
we're looking to hit 100,000 with the remix. I'm on the remix with Alyssa Rubino from Canada. Listen, this artist has been on the cover of Billboard magazine.
With what's his name?
Well, yeah, she was
On there posing with
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, Dr. Dre.
Like she was going to sign to Disney as a kid, waited, and now she's back on the music scene and dropping this amazing single, Mutual, featuring me on the remix. The Mutual remix was dropped on June the 4th. Make sure y'all check for that. It's going to be crazy. Listen, I think I did my thing on there, so hopefully y'all get to appreciate it. But right now, you can stream Mutual on all streaming platforms. Available right now. Mutual remix, June the 4th.
They gonna know who you is now.
Yeah. Outside of that, it's a lot going on. Oh yeah, the Mutual video is dropping as well. I don't have a date for that, but it looks crazy if you go to Alyssa Rubino's Instagram page. The lighting and everything for this video look like they spent $1 million on this joint. The joint looks ridiculous.
Nice.
But outside of that, it was the Billboard Awards happened. Drake took home Artist of the Decade.
Yeah,
He can have that. He can have that.
Artist.
Justifiably.
Made my voice go hoarse.
He can have that.
But you don't feel like Drake deserves Artist of the Decade?
Who else would have it? Maybe Bieber or what's the other?
No.
group?
Nah,
No,
Bieber can't get
no.
Artist of the
All right,
Decade.
No,
well,
definitely not that.
Well,
Okay.
well, when you look at it, we have to look at the criterion that's the judgment is made on, and due to the fact that there's been an extreme enforcement of commercialism to the industry, there's been a absence of the culture and development of talent. So,
That started a long time ago.
well, a long time ago, Well, how long ago do you mean when we speak?
I'm
relative
talking
to
about
music?
as far as artist development and getting artists prepared to break into the industry. That might have ended.
No.
Okay.
No.
What are we talking about?
Talent development is what I initially stated. The development of talent. First, you seek and find talent.
Right.
50 years ago, you would have a local talent show.
Right.
Right.
Then those A&Rs, those industry execs would attend a lot of the clubs, a lot of the talent shows.
Right, they would come
a
out to
lot
the
of
showcases.
summer events. Right, and they would.
A lot of them was invite though.
They a lot of them was invite, but however, if you were smart in the industry,
That's where you went.
would go because you know that's where you find raw talent, and then you would develop that talent and then make that talent elite amongst the elite, and those were the only ones allowed to record and release. Now you're in it. Now you're in a reality or in an industry, whereas commercialism precedes talent. So all you have to do is find the local look,
Yep.
and then you can go in the studio.
Then
and
this
make
is the question
sound
I got to ask you, John.
and create the talent.
Are you saying Drake is not talented? Or
I am not saying.
okay.
Nah, Drake is talented.
I am not
I
saying
think-
Drake is talented. However, let me be clear. I give Drake his complete respect as an entertainer, as an artist, as a rapper in the rap industry.
Right.
There is a limit to that respect, though, because there's a limit to that actual talent.
So who's
there's
talent? His?
Drake's. Now, there's a variance. When we speak hip hop, as a hip hop artist, you violate one of the first rules in the game by allowing yourself to be subjected to be ghostwritten. See, when you.
But he write for people too.
Hold on. An original rule
It's gonna get comfortable.
in the an original rule.
Yeah,
in
your
the
lyrics have to be
laws-
your lyrics.
In the laws of the culture that we call hip hop.
Right.
First of all, you have to be creative from your own talent
Right.
and ability.
I gotta
I have a-
challenge
I have
you
a-
on
I
that.
have
Hold
a
on.
question.
I gotta challenge you on that. A
what?
lot of these guys go in the studio and they need weed, they need liquor, and they need to pull their talent from being inebriated.
Hold on.
Right.
From pull their talent from where though?
The inner
Yeah,
corners.
it's coming from them,
No.
but they can't access it on their own.
No, say the place. From within.
Yeah.
So it's the person first. And they can identify where they need to go. Some of us can go in a corner, isolate ourselves, and create a masterpiece. Some of us can create a masterpiece in front of an audience and don't have the ability to create a masterpiece in the corner. So we have to look at what we're looking at. And when we say talent, talent is universal. When you see it, you can identify it if you know what talent is.
The only point that I want to argue here is the artistry.
Right.
A lot of it happens in that booth when you're creating the visual effect of those words for the listener,
Like
right?
when-
so
like when you
anybody,
write a-
so
like when you
anybody
write a
can
song,
write
right?
something. Anybody can write something, right, and might not be able to deliver it or bring it to life for the listener.
Like
Right.
me.
That's 100%
Poetry.
absolutely correct. However, that's in songwriting. In hip hop, the key instance was to be original, different,
Right.
yet amongst
Absolutely.
the collective.
Here's a question though. Are these rules written down anywhere?
It doesn't.
Well,
they don't have
well,
to be written
well,
down.
Now,
It's like
See,
an
that's-
unspoken
that's-
thing.
he went-
It's an unspoken thing in the
But
culture.
since
Well,
it's
well-
not written, he's changing the rules by doing what he's doing, is he not?
Billboards ain't got nothing to do with hip hop.
Yeah.
That's all rap.
Yeah,
Well,
that's facts.
that's why when we say the artist of the decade,
That's what he said.
are
Not the hip hop
are we
artist.
speaking? Are we
Nobody's
right?
put out more body of work than Drake.
Nobody.
Well,
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that over the 10 years of the.
Nobody.
He's been more consistent.
supplying music
He's been more
to the entire
consistent.
industry.
Got
and he
more
stayed
slaps than
relevant.
the Beatles,
Yeah,
dog.
got more slaps than the Beatles.
Yeah, he's
like
been-
even
been
with
very
not even
consistent.
just his stuff. Like he on Alicia Keys' album and singing background vocals for her. Like he's written for a lot of people as well. Like I think
Yes.
the artist of the decade is well deserved.
I'm not saying
In
I'm
my
not
opinion. I'm not
artist
arguing
and,
with
you know,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not arguing. I think he's been very consistent and he stayed relevant. You
For
know,
10 years.
for 10 years, and that's very hard to do because some people are just in and out like a flicker.
I used to want
But,
to be
you
signed
know-
to Rockefeller.
Well, I
became
think when
Jack.
the machine is behind you, we got to remember how Drake came in.
Through Wayne.
Right. However, when
He was in the industry before that, though.
He was in the
Who,
industry.
Drake?
way
Right,
before-
he was acting. He was
Acting.
acting.
right.
Yeah.
See, we got to.
Degrassi.
This is what we
Yeah,
got
that's
to.
one of my
This is
favorite
what we have
songs.
to judge and weigh versus the other artists that are in the game. When you come in with the machine behind you, there's a different effect. Your longevity is based on what's propelling you.
Who got
So
the
when we-
last
But Jay-Z did the same thing, and
Oh,
he
no,
ain't
no,
coming
no.
off of there.
No. Ho. Jay-Z didn't come in off the machine.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't come in off the machine.
Hold on. What I'm saying is Drake is nowhere near nothing like Jay-Z. It's a big difference in
Well,
both
no,
artists.
he's not. I'm talking about as far as the longevity.
No.
Huh? Like as far as being on top that long.
Well-
Like Jay tore up 7 summers straight.
Yeah.
All right, hold. We got to
fair.
understand. We got to understand.
Yeah,
Right,
not
we-
for 7 summers.
We got to understand what tear it up is. Like I said, we have to judge talent versus marketability because in one aspect you're judging how good a person is at what they do. In the other aspect, you're judging how well do they sell the image or the projection.
But Drake does both.
Product. Hold on. We assume that they do both.
No,
But
no. He
let's-
does both.
Let's take Drake verse for verse, song for song, verses.
He don't even write all the songs. Nobody can do a verses with Drake.
Oh.
Nobody. Jay-Z would have to go up against him, and I don't know. Jay-Z will have a hard time doing
I
a verses
agree.
with Drake.
Hold on. See, this
Hit for hit. We're talking hit.
Hit for hit.
Hit for hit. Hit for hit.
But this is my point. What makes a hit?
the popularity of the record.
Well, if we're talking
So
billboards,
we're talking
then
pop star,
we're
right?
saying
We're
billboard.
talking pop star then, right?
So,
So let's
lose.
Yeah.
let's compare
Yeah.
pop star then. Let's say someone like a Bruno Mars.
He doesn't have the amount of a body of
Yeah, he
work
don't
to
have the body
compete
of
with
work to
Drake.
do it.
Well, hold on.
Recently
hold
he
on.
does, if we were going, like, the past couple years.
Hold on. Just look up his resume.
Who, Bruno
Yeah.
Mars?
Bruno Mars, just look up his resume. Production, songwriting, performance, popularity, sales, and earnings. Look it up.
Yes.
And we look at the ratio of time of what he's been doing.
Yeah.
And you compare that. See, we haven't been comparing it because we've been taking a lot of things on face
But that's two
value.
different-
But versus is not.
right?
Hold
Versus
on.
is
No,
not
not a
comparing
different
Drake is-
genre.
you saying Drake
is-
Not a
Versus-
different genre at all. We're
Drake
talking
is-
about the
Drake is pop.
artist of the decade. And when we say that, we compare everyone because you stated, you corrected me.
Yep.
He's not hip hop. He's rap.
Artist
He's
of the
pop.
decade.
See, hold on.
So you
Let's
think Bruno
go.
Mars?
See, let's go now. I got a few other people behind that, but however,
But
I looked
Bruno
at the
Mars,
numbers.
let's say Bruno Mars could be the artist of the decade, other than Drake.
I
Hold on.
wouldn't say
Hold on.
that.
Hold on. All right.
I don't
watch
think he
this.
got more slaps than the Beatles, dog.
Nah.
Hold on. See, you're comparing an aspect of marketing. That information is fed
No,
from
I'm
marketing.
thinking about the records. I'm thinking about how many Drake records I've heard over the last 10 years versus how many Bruno
Right.
Mars records I've
Yeah,
heard
the
over
top
the last
10s,
10 years.
top
like
10s,
And I'm
yeah.
thinking about
All right.
probably 5 Bruno Mars records over the last 10 years that I've heard.
Hold
And
on,
remember,
hold on,
this is
hold
the
on, hold on, hold on.
Billboard
The effect-
artists, the Billboard Awards.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be on the chart. You know?
You gotta, yeah, those
Charting
records gotta be on the
rates,
charts to
charting.
count.
What I'm saying
The
is this.
upper
What I'm saying
echelon
is
of the
this.
chart.
What I'm saying is
Top
this.
5.
The Billboard Awards. Let's look at that in its essence. We already know that's an activity of finance. The machine,
sure.
the machine control. That's right. The machine controls.
The fucking MTV. Well, they don't even, that shit don't even happen no more. I'm just like even yeah.
Yeah, Auto Awards
Do you
is
know the beginning
sponsorships
story of
and
Drake
stuff.
with Cash Money?
As far as
Drake was the second choice to Cash Money. It was a young artist named Gemstone.
Gemstones.
Now Gemstone is a light year better MC than Drake is.
and he kind of sound like Drake though, right? A
No,
little
no,
bit.
no,
Nah.
no. This guy,
Because my
He's
man
more
so
like-
love,
he's
my
more
man so
like-
love
he's
to show
more
me
like-
this artist that
he's
sound
more
like
like a
Drake, but he dropping jewels.
Gemstones is more like Pharoah Monch mixed
He's,
with Stokely from Mint Condition. You know what I'm
Q
saying?
motion. He's like he's all of these things mixed because he chose not to represent the image that was given. So he stepped away from what Cash Money was offering, and Drake sat at the table as he stated in the rhyme. Gemstones for Life. So when you have to look at what propelled Drake, just imagine the talent that preceded him would have been in that position behind that, with that machine behind them.
All right,
Now,
so this guy
when you
Jim
hear-
Stones is
yeah.
more talented than Drake.
I can bring 2 songs that he made, right? Mm-hmm. And it would be hard for you to find. One is singing, and the other one is rhyming. Him and Adele.
He sounded just like
him and
Stevie
Adele.
Wonder on.
What do
the
y'all
other
think?
joint.
I think we should hear this guy.
Whoa, you
He's
got
somewhere
it.
on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
That
Gemstones
Someday at
for Life.
Christmas joint.
Yes,
yo.
yes. See, I'm
Is it
it,
GEM?
right. What
Yeah,
you know,
Gemstones.
what you know. That's my point.
Everything is perspective, though.
It's subjective.
Well, most things are most things we say that in society.
Right.
However, psychologically, your perspective is already influenced,
True.
and that's what marketing is.
Right.
See, marketing is psychology.
I
And
got a
first-
female singing group.
Nah, it's a rapper.
Gemstone for Life.
Is it one word or two?
It's one word. Gemstone is one word.
GEM?
True.
Gemstones for Life.
Him and Adele got a nice joint. Like when you hear him, it's different.
Okay.
That's the crazy part. If he got songs with people like Adele,
Yeah.
like that's like Michael Jackson right now. That's like
Yeah,
Madonna.
But when
Adele could probably be an artist of the decade. You know.
Oh, you know what? I think I did hear his brother before.
yeah, when you hear, look, he different. He different, and I'm talking about talent.
I think I seen this listening party. Like I'm gonna play this.
But his music is not what their label represents. What's the name of that joint? Christmas?
Someday at Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is the one with.
But is this an official remix though?
Yeah, that's him and her. They
I don't think
So this is the guy Jim Stones.
Gemini's born. Ain't no secret, I'm murdering anything I get on. Ain't no reason for search, we silent so we come on. I literally leave a murder scene every time I perform. It's a state of emergency, been a bit of disturbance. Artists showing no courtesy, rappers out of his form. Should be locked up for perjury, line up by what you're doing. Selling your soul for currency, anything to get on. Hell is for an eternity, hope you know where you going.
I seen this a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Light is ahead of you rappers, this how they flowing. And half of the ones that got it don't even know what they doing. You better rapping as whack as the rappers that you influence. So backwards half of the time, don't know if you're coming or going. Your lack of passion for rap is the reason rappers been ruined. The fashion is where your passion is, that's what you should be doing. They claim they cut from the fabrics that they paint in their drawings. But soon as they get to eating your back and touching your growing. So riddle me, how many rappers physically drizzle with the ability that can mess with me lyrically, lyric, or even mirror me? Hella freeze over literally, wildebeest with the similes, metaphors, and agility. Little you to belittle me, jealous of what I'm will to be. Still a beast with the killer speech. If it's mental, then it'll be typically easy as me on top of this instrumental beat. I'm a problem, admit it, you scared, I'ma make it hard to eat. Still a gorilla, kill it, retardedly, solemnly swore that I will go get it. Scared when you ought to be called priest if you kill a prayer and prophecy follows me through the wilderness. Father, put me where I should be. Pray that the shorties follow.
They're never gonna let him in.
This is another thing.
They're
Bro.
never gonna let him in.
singing,
This something
sing
that
like
I watch.
Stevie.
This is something that I watch, and this is one thing that most people, especially artists, we forget this. This is called the music business.
Yeah.
That's music opinion.
Right.
Right.
I watched this whole room as we went around,
Fact.
and I watched every artist here really get involved into that verse. While I watched the non-artists in the room, well, not the non-artists, the non-music
Music.
artists.
Right.
They were like, okay.
Yeah. It didn't budge
didn't
them.
do nothing to me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Did you feel that?
Yeah. You kidding me?
What did you? All right.
I was like, damn, he's sick.
Watch this joint again and watch everybody else because I got everybody.
But Roz was
You
in
heard- I
full
said,
attention
damn. I was
because
like-
because she was reacting to
What he
the
was saying.
content of the lyrical content of the verse.
This what I'm getting at.
But
What I'm getting at is the masses. Like when cats do that, people don't.
They're
know
gonna
the
say,
masses.
"Oh, he's just a lyrical, miracle, spiritual guy, and
That's
he's
what they're
not
gonna
worth."
say.
Yeah.
However,
He was running that
Yes.
verse.
Yeah.
so now you're killing the source, the love of what music is, which is the talent. See, that when you degrade or devalue the talent,
that's what happened with
what
music,
marketing, right? So who
But
controls?
what's messed up though,
Bro, the same people
but I have
that
a
put
question.
the age limit on hip hop and says after 30 or after 26 you shouldn't be rapping are the same people that took out the talent and pulled the soul, they Willie lynched it.
Like an NFL running back.
What else I have a question about though is
like a basketball player. As soon as you get a certain age, you done. You're supposed to be done.
You're supposed to be.
Now you got
The big
this other
three.
guy, Tom Brady, dispelling the myth because he's been given the opportunity.
Right.
See,
Even Tebow's back as a tight end.
When we look at who's
because the young kids still they giving Wayne his props, and Wayne is one of the most lyrical rappers you gonna find, bro. That's in the industry.
But the thing is,
Man,
time out.
here?
man,
But the
look.
thing is, people aren't going to put Wayne in that lyrical, miracle, spiritual vein.
No.
They don't
Nope.
call Wayne lyrical, miracle,
Right.
spiritual.
And Wayne done said
Right.
the flyest bar that I've ever heard from Wayne, and he said, "I'm probably not as hood as you, dumb nigga. Only thing in the hood is you." That shit fucked me up.
See, look.
But
that's not a lyrical,
The elite-
miracle,
the
spiritual
elite,
thing.
Every verse you hear from the elite is of the same substance. It gives you the same effect and the same feel. So we can't isolate a certain bar we heard that it
I
had
think
a certain effect.
Eminem is a lyrical, miracle, spiritual rapper, but he's still
And he's
put
the number
in.
one selling.
Yeah, that's
He's
what
the
I'm
number one
saying.
selling.
and that's
saying.
what you
That's by
said.
design. But what I am gonna say is this: I don't know, man. I gotta get into his music a little bit more. But I heard that before, so I
Right.
don't respect it.
Well,
When you get an artist where I haven't heard it before,
Right.
like there are certain artists that come out like Doom. When you hear Doom, you ain't heard that before. Ain't nobody
DMX
else
was
doing
like that.
DMX,
Yeah,
was
DMX was like
You
that.
Never heard that.
well, see, I heard DMX before in Rapper 9. See, like
Yeah, I remember 9.
Yeah,
but
see,
9
it-
didn't do it like X did.
no, he didn't do it like X did it.
He had the raspy voice.
Like see, listen carefully.
That's not what
You have there's no
N-I-N-E.
you can't name another MC in the industry that got that same cadence, flow, delivery,
As
and
X?
effect. No, I'm talking about Gemstone. One of these boys right now.
Yeah.
One of these
Kendrick
boys.
Lamar can do that.
Ho.
And Kendrick's a
Oh.
backpack rapper.
Pharoah Monch is another
Pharoah Monch
one.
can do that.
Pharoah Monch is an OG veteran. He's 45 plus.
What about Busta?
I was there when he
Busta
started.
Buster's
There's
another
rounds.
one.
Yeah, like these are OG. What I'm saying is this: he's a young boy, 35 under.
And I heard it before.
like-
I need
like-
something different.
Yeah, well, like I said, when you listen to what he produces, he sings and he raps.
Yeah, he don't got one trick. He's
What?
a pony with more than one trick.
Yeah, he does.
has to be to get
Yeah, he does it all. He sings,
I
raps,
can't sing.
produces, writes. Well, this dude do it all. However, he was at the table and didn't want to. He didn't fit the image or want to submit to the image. Drake
Okay,
said.
so he didn't want to be in the business.
Drake said at the
He
table.
didn't want to be in the business then. He wanted to do the music, but he don't want to do the business.
He didn't want to be in the rap industry per se
Right.
as a whore. See, we got to understand what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's
We're talking
right.
about integrity. No,
Yeah.
hip hop.
You a hoe.
Hip hop is a culture.
Seas with hoes.
Hip hop is a culture that
Not
was
once-
initially
Not once it got bought out, bro.
That's my point.
Are Nas and Jay
when do we
hoes?
stop?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
No, hell no.
Damn.
We got to look at.
Damn.
No.
They got a boss.
Who's their
Just
boss?
like Shaq.
So they're-
Who's the boss?
so
No.
they're
Oh,
madams now.
Let's go right there.
They
Let's go
moved
right there.
up from hoes to
Jay-Z is a prime
madams.
example of not having a boss. So let's see.
He didn't start out like that.
He was a worker.
Oh,
He's a worker.
No, worker where?
bee.
Def Jam.
No, sir.
They was never
No, sir.
signed to
Stop.
Def
Stop.
Jam.
Stop. 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 Stop.
They
Stop.
had a partnership with Def Jam.
Please let me correct you. Please let me correct you. Jay-Z started off as an independent artist.
Yeah, but Rock-
He sold no, sir. In 1988, he sold 800,000 copies of an independent single called Hawaiian Sophie
Going back
with
with Jay-Z.
Jazzo,
Jazzo.
which was called The Originators. So he's had money from the music industry 6-7 digits before we even got to the plateau of him being the Rockefeller label, signing a distributing deal with Def Jam. He's never been an employee. He's always been the example of an employer. So we have to look at what's been put before us as an example, the facts, not what they present to us as far as marketing and media. If we look at what Jay-Z has done, we can clearly see.
So he was never signed to Def Jam.
He was signed to Def Jam first as a distributor. Def Jam, Rockefeller,
Right.
manufactured, did everything. Def Jam distributed it to the,
He had a distribution deal with Def Jam.
yes, sir, which was a partnership.
Which you can
never
also
an
do a
employment.
white labeling deal with a company such and pay them to put their logo on your CD was
Right.
about $5,000, which would be the same as them being your distributor.
Now he also came back and was president of Def Jam.
So that means he
almost 3
was
years.
employed by Def Jam then,
Well, hold on. Who is the president of a company?
not the owner.
Columbia.
president is not
we,
the
we
owner.
know Sony Columbia owns it. Who's the president in a company?
The president's an employee.
The president is not only the employee, he's the highest executive office of any branch of any company or government. So let's not belittle or devalue.
No, we're not devaluing it.
Hold on,
You're
I'm
just
sho-
a higher ranking
I'm,
employee.
I'm showing. I'm showing.
Yeah.
I'm showing.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm showing you something.
Go ahead.
I'm showing you something. What president and what company have you ever worked at? Have you looked at as an employee?
Every last one of
Me,
them.
yeah, I've seen the.
Because the board of directors
Yeah.
can.
They can get him out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, they can, right? Collectively,
Yes.
you must have a unanimous vote, right?
Yeah.
To remove the what?
Anyone.
Any
CEO or
executive.
No, no, no,
any
no, no,
executive.
no.
CEO.
The head, the president, the chief executive officer is another name that they use synonymous or equal. But we know president is supreme
Right.
when it comes to all forms of
You
organization,
have the CEO,
whether
then
it's
you have the vice
business or
president, right?
government.
That.
Let's not belittle
Right.
We're
or
not.
devalue.
We're not.
Hold
We're
on.
not.
So
Well, I'm
let's
just
show.
saying that
Let's
they're
show.
employees.
Anytime-
Let's show that when you
anytime
looked at
it's-
him, you looked at him as a what?
Anytime your
Employee
position
is
can be
Def Jam.
taken away, you're an employee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime your
Position can be taken away,
You're an
you're an
you are an
employee.
employee.
Right.
That's
Even if you look at the president of the United States,
right.
Yeah.
he means nothing. He's a puppet.
Right.
Yeah.
The
No.
House was what controlled it.
No,
House
no,
and
no,
Senate,
no,
yeah.
no. That's
I mean,
what
the
that's what it
Congress.
appears to be.
No, that's what it is.
That's what it
So the
appears
president
to be.
just
actually-
seems like he's
That's what it
wrong.
appears to be. That's what it just appears to be. What you see is a figurehead. However, the figurehead holds executive what?
Power.
Decision.
Power.
Yeah.
And I don't care how you talk about it. How when you're in the
He can
presence,
appoint, he can appoint
when you're
different
in-
You can.
seats.
When you're
like
in
the
the-
Secretary of
you have power.
State.
Let's
and
speak
the-
realistically.
We're not taking
Let's
away-
speak
I'm not taking
realistically.
that away.
Let's speak
Court and all
realistically,
that.
man to man.
Right. I'm not taking that away.
Hold on. Let's speak realistically, man to man. Any living president right now, he's in the room with you. Do you treat him as if he's just simplistically that guy over there that was an employee for some people in the government?
You don't
I
treat the
mean-
guy over there that's an employee like that neither.
Yes, you
Like
do.
he gonna get
Yes,
the
you
same
do.
respect.
No, he gets respect as a man, but there's a prestige.
Knowing that he's an employee doesn't take away the fact we're not gonna disrespect him because we know he's an employee, but we are just accepting it for what it is. I mean, if if you could be voted out of your position, then
Right.
you're an employee. I mean,
Right, like,
if
like
you
in here right
okay,
now,
so
Union 215,
so when I think
can't
of a
nobody
president,
vote me out. You see what I'm saying?
This
Yeah.
ain't, this ain't a democracy.
exactly.
However, in the industry, like she said, any form of employment,
Right.
you can be voted out,
You're an employee.
terminated, dismissed, excused.
That's
However-
what we
if,
saying.
if he did
Right.
anything that was questionable to them, they would have gotten rid of him.
Didn't they? Didn't
Or
they?
No,
Got rid
no
of Jay?
sir,
Yeah.
no
Nah,
sir.
he,
No,
he
he don't-
resigned.
he
No, sir.
resigned.
Yeah,
He dropped
yeah.
the label.
He yeah. See, it's
He dropped the
different.
label.
See, like I said, his moves are different, but they're an example they're an example for you to have your plateau of success. And we so improve that by the one that followed his blueprint. As a matter of fact, the two that followed his blueprint, Kanye and 50. So I watched both of them simultaneously follow his blueprint and become successful beyond successful.
I wanna disagree with that. I wanna say I don't think the 50 followed his blueprint. 50 was on his own genre before Hov even really blew up.
Nope.
He was on top of Hov head from the beginning.
No, sir.
He had his
No,
own
sir.
blueprint.
No, sir. No,
He
sir.
followed-
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir. No,
I'ma
sir.
go-
No,
I'ma
sir.
go with
50,
John now.
50 Cent,
Yeah.
50 Cent joined the Rock the Mic tour and then conferred with Jay-Z on that tour.
Was that
and
when he was dissing him?
No, sir. No, sir. This is
Or was that before
this is
he was
after.
dissing?
This is after all of the. This is after all of that. That's how
That's
50.
how he got
That's how
the
50 got his claim to game. But he dissed everybody, all the
Right.
MCs.
No. He with that song, That Ain't Gangster, that was
What?
on that Boiler Room soundtrack. He
Like
was
I
dissing
said-
Jay-Z in particular. There's a lot of songs that actually.
I don't want to be on camera.
Well, that remains to be seen and proven.
I'm gonna stay in the cut. I ain't saying nothing.
That's what he
the
said.
I knew it.
You
Listen.
should get a shirt like that.
Yeah. I won't be on camera.
50 had a 50
Yeah,
had a
let's
plan,
get it.
and he enacted his plan. And when he enacted his plan to a certain point of success, he then followed the blueprint and joined on to the team when he got on the Rock the Mic tour. And then Jay-Z had already had to deal with Reebok for the sneaker
Right,
deal.
and they
See,
him and Jay
see,
they
that-
collabed together.
Unit, right.
Yes, and Jay-Z had the deal already with Reebok. Brung 50 in to the meeting and managed and negotiated that activity and got him to deal with the G-Unit sneaker, which became one of the top-selling shoes outside of athletics. There was only 2 shoes that was in the top 5 of sneaker sales that wasn't from athletes.
I thought Jay did that to try to get back at Irv Gotti.
Yeah, that's what that
Well,
was about.
Well, because no, Irv Gotti was actually curving labels from 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
He was trying to stop 50 from getting signed,
Right.
and then try to take credit for 50 signing to Dre and fucking
for
M.
Aftermath.
Like he forced that to happen because there was nobody else. Because he wouldn't. He had Ja and 50 was
They
fucking
was
that money
beefing,
up.
yeah.
I still don't got 50 Cent biting the blueprint.
No, he didn't bite the blueprint. He followed. See, no,
I got him doing his own thing.
no, listen, my brother. Listen, my brother.
Jay-Z and 50 is 2 different type of bosses. They
No.
2 different type of bosses.
No, they're two different. They're 2 different type of bosses, but they're in the same room. And this is what we have to understand.
I mean,
all right, let me show you
as far as music and
So-
marketing a clothing brand
They did the same thing.
and venturing into
They all did the same
films
thing.
and
That was all what was available for hip hop. Freak, you talk about follow the blueprint. BD Siegel had the same opportunities. Where he at?
But
did
Beanie
this-
Siegel didn't have the same thought process neither. He still wanted to follow the
He
street
was
shit.
following
But
the
he had
blueprint.
the same. He did. He had state property clothing. He
Yeah,
had films.
he was-
See, he had
he
all the
did follow
same
the
things.
blueprint.
It just wasn't with the same
He just went off the
acumen
course.
of
Right.
execution.
He went off course.
And that's the point.
He had the same blueprint,
He
but
went
Yeah.
he
way
didn't,
off course.
he didn't
Put
stick
the
to the
damn
script.
card there.
Right.
That's what I'm.
They said that in they fucking rap.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah.
But the
Bro, state property was an enterprise.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it would have been properly managed, I had state property clothing, I have supported state property films, and I watched and supported everything the state property was doing under their artists, with the Young Guns and everybody else.
Would we say that that's Jay-Z's blueprint, or would we say that's Dame Dash's blueprint? Because
Nah.
the reason why I'm saying
Nope.
that-
Hove told us if you made Hove,
you're not on camera. You're not on camera. Like we stop.
You're not valid right now.
Sense because none of the moves was Jay-Z moves. All of the moves was Dame Dash moves.
no.
Yes. All of his artists did it.
No.
Dipset, State Property. They weren't Jay-Z artists.
Watch this.
But
I'm gonna show
Cam
you something.
kind of did a lot of stuff on his own for Dipset.
Absolutely.
That
But it was
Dame,
following the blueprint Dame
but
Dash
time out,
laid
but
out.
time out. Dame didn't necessarily endorse all the moves that Cam was doing with Dipset when they.
Cam had his own money.
That's my point. So you can't necessarily say that everything that came out of the whole Rockefeller movement was all Dame Dash's
No,
influence.
It was them Dame Dash's blueprint because I don't know one rapper that Jay-Z has helped.
all
Kanye West.
Yeah.
right, and all the artists on rock. Hold on. Every artist that ever
Memphis
signed and made a song on Rockefeller, the label, benefited from what Jay-Z did 100%. If not, it would have been 5,000 times harder for all of them to have any inkling of success that they had. And what I said was he made the blueprint 1 and 2, and those that followed it were successful. Kanye, 50, they doing their numbers and then did it.
I see the people that didn't mess with Jay-Z were more successful in hip hop.
Like who?
Hold on. Your 50 cents. When they did that one commercial for that sneaker commercial, that was it. Jay-Z pulled out of it because he didn't want. Why? Why did he pull out of it?
You tell me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nobody knows why he pulled out of it.
No.
Why does anybody pull out?
That one kid.
Oh, Roz, really?
Why does it even
I'm gonna tell you why.
I been breaking up a little bit. It was getting heavy.
Pulled out of it.
What? I don't even want to know now.
The same reason why his own artist on his own label. The world was ready for Freeway. There was no reason for him to drop Blueprint 2 live the same day that Freeway dropped his album. No reason for that. That was counterproductive.
What sold more?
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
Bro, I'm going to ask you a simple question. Can you sit and listen to a whole album of Freeway?
I have. And you know what?
Can you sit and listen to a whole album of Freeway?
I can't listen to a whole album of Drake, but he's the #1 selling artist. I don't even like Eminem no more. I can't listen to.
Yeah,
I'm not sitting
and listening to a whole album of Drake either.
Right.
Or Eminem.
Right. But
or Freeway.
It doesn't matter. Damn. It doesn't matter.
But Hov, yes.
I will listen to a whole album of.
When you have like.
I'll even listen to a whole album of 50.
Well, see,
yeah, I think
I've listened to a whole albums of everybody you
name,
named, so I'm not.
The world was ready for Freeway at the time. Freeway was on I'm on Fire remix. That song was doing very well on the charts with
So you think and
then he dropped his album the same day. That was counterproductive to the label.
Don't you think Freeway management should have requested that he move his release date?
Free should have moved his.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
Listen,
don't you think Freeway's management should have been wise in their marketing
there
and
no
move?
reason. He already dropped Blueprint.
No, but that's a question. But that's a question though. That's a question. No.
Due to your arrogance.
Well, I think that's
I don't
business.
care what it
I
is.
think that's
I think
business.
you got to go with what's hot
I
though.
don't see how that
Is it
works.
arrogance or you just capitalizing on what's hot at the time?
Not even that. Remember, Jay-Z always.
I know Illuminati is watching. I don't want them blackballing.
Oh my goodness.
No, but what I'm saying,
I know his name and I know where he live at.
Yo, I had a
Muhammad Perez.
request too.
Muhammad Perez.
Yeah, I had a friend request from him too.
What?
Illuminati.
I got a friend request from the Illuminati too.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I think it's because of this show.
Guess what?
Come to the light.
A friend request from Illuminati?
Listen. I looked at
They liars.
I looked at the friends
Of course
list.
they
They
are.
had a bunch
challenge
of
them.
African people I didn't know.
Show me that you are.
I'm going to read the message.
Show me that you are.
Oh
Let's
my
tell you.
goodness.
Open that up.
No, I already
There we
opened
go.
it. It's on
Too late.
Instagram.
Enlighten us.
I didn't know.
don't have all your bank
I didn't
accounts.
confirm anything like that. I'm like, yeah,
But
whatever.
They sent you an email?
If
No,
you
they
think about
sent me a
it,
friend request on
I am
Facebook.
friends with a lot of Rockefeller artists.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, personal friends of some of these artists that have been signed to Rockefeller, that were on Rockefeller's label. Nobody was on state property. That's first and foremost. They just put them together. All of them was signed to Rockefeller.
Right.
A lot of them people complained about not being paid. They complained about their life going certain. Now, some of them had their own issues. They in their own way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there's no reason in the world that I'm dead pop and I'm running with the top guy in the world that I should be waiting 7 years to get my royalty check or give it to me.
Right.
Let's talk about what Sparks had to go through to get that money.
Well, who was Sparks Management?
Right.
Probably somebody shot the Rockefeller.
No.
That's a conflict of interest right there.
That's not legal. That's not legal.
Let me ask you a question. You running with the top label in the world. You a young kid from Philly. You think they know that, man?
Guess what?
Yeah, you need to know that.
But that's
This is
kinda
why I
their
didn't
fault,
find
though.
nobody.
That's
the
kinda their
thing
own
that's so
fault.
sad
Yes.
is that a lot of people are not doing their research and doing their homework.
diligence.
Because remember, music business, and
Yes.
you got to know the business
Yes.
side at all times. I mean, before I dropped my album, I had to make sure that I got my copyrights and everything in place because I didn't want nobody taking my stuff.
Right.
But that's not something that was just. It wasn't like I just learned it in high school, like it was a class for it. I sought that
But it was
information.
not.
I sought that information myself because I wanted to do everything the right way. And anytime you're an artist and you're very serious about your craft, it's very important to make
You
sure
find
that you
out
have
the
that
business.
the business stuff too.
So that's why I wanted to talk about black box royalties because a lot of artists don't know what a black box royalty is. And I think we might have mentioned this on a previous episode very early on
about a year ago.
in the podcast about a year ago, right? And we was talking about black box royalties. Like a lot of artists do not administrate their music.
Right.
They take their music right from the studio and put it online immediately with no administration, no sound exchange. They have no performance right organization. They don't even have the international standard recording codes embedded into the MP3 of their music prior to them putting it online, right? So it's like your music is still generating royalties. And what happens is while your music is generating royalties, and those royalties are not coming to you because, quite frankly, it's like not having a social security number but having a job.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't get paid, right? So that money is still accumulating, and that performance right organization is a nonprofit organization. They don't want to pay taxes on that money at the end of the year. So what they have to do is divvy that money and allocate it to artists who have their music properly administrated.
Right.
My question is to you is this.
But you do have 2 years.
See how smart you are? You see how intelligent you are? This is exactly what a record label does not want.
Yeah, no, correct. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
You're absolutely right.
When you go there and you know anything, they will send you back out the door.
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
Well, some I beg to differ.
That has happened.
I agree because there is that as a part of the business. However, you also have that artist that is young, brash, filled with a lot of local celebrity that gives them that mindset that they have this image that's more valuable than what it actually is, or that
And
because
have no idea what intellectual property is.
right
Yep.
because they are now at the table, that it can actually be something better for them. Meaning that if they negotiate it,